Henry VII and his wife.
Hi Henry, how did it go?
Well, I did well.
By the way, I have something to tell you.
Okay, is something happening?
I am pregnant?
Seriously? I don't think so.
Really?
We need him to be the man to interfere in the kingdom.
Talking about his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Catherine of Aragon was the first wife of Henry.
Catherine, you marry me and you give a son.
It's a pleasure. I can give you many children.
They tried to have a son, but only success in having a daughter.
You can give a son. The best will be the divorce.
I can give you a son, so the divorce is a good idea.
Talking about Catherine and his daughter. After the separation between Henry and Catherine of Aragon, the most important pillar in Catherine's life was her daughter, Mary, to whom she constantly showed her love.
My little daughter, whom I love so much, we will always be together because you are my greatest treasures.
But you always be with me, right? You will never leave me alone.
I will always be by your side, I promise.
But in the end, Catherine's promises were not possible, as she died of a possible poisoning, and this was Mary's greatest loss in her 7 years of life. His second wife, Anne Boleyn. Henry got married with Anne Boleyn in the year of 1501.
I feel in love as soon as I saw you. You will marry me and give me a son.
It's a pleasure. I will be happy to have children with you.
As time passed by, they did have children, but it actually was kind of a surprise.
I can give a son, only doctor we shall try a son. I'll talk a doctor, not this bacteria.
You can give me a son. You will be exalted, and you will be accused of being unfaithful.
You don't do that. I can give you a son.
After hearing those words, Henry didn't have any pity of her and decided to accuse her and of course execute her as soon as he could.
Sometime later in court.
Good afternoon, my name is Mark Smitham. I served the defendant, the Queen Anne Boleyn. I was one of the musicians at your service. I have to confess something to you.
Shut up! Mr. Mark can go on.
He accepted that I had sex with the Queen for a long time in secret.
I knew it.
That lies.
The court will detect its gold. Please pass me the green.
Good afternoon. After deliberating between the court, we have taken into account the evidence presented.
Taking into account Mr. Mark Smith's testimony, who presented us this afternoon in front of you, Your Honor. We found the accused Anne Boleyn guilty on the charges of adultery and high treason, so suggest that she be sentenced to death.
Mr. Anne Boleyn, are charged of having sex with several men and maximum treason, will be sentenced to maximum death penalty begin here. The meeting is adjourned.
Talking about his third wife, Jane Seymour. In the year of 1508, Henry got married with his third wife, Jane Seymour.
Lately, I feel lonely and sad. I saw a new woman. She said and attractive for me. I think that I should marry her.
2 weeks after the death of Anne Boleyn, Jane and Henry decided to get married.
I'm so happy to marry you. I want to have a family with you.
I would like to have a son.
After a while of trying, she got pregnant, but things didn't quite work out the way they would like them to.
This time, I was happy with you. Lately, I've been feeling bad. I want you to take care of our son.
I think that is your imagination. You look good.
Maybe. I hope that's it.
After Jane's death, the young prince, Edward VI, died too. At that time, England was not in its best state, so the right hand Victoria Cromwell of King Henry possessed him to marry the German princess Anne of Cleves.
My Lord Henry, seeing the situation of England, I propose you a pleasant news. I have just found a German princess of good luck, and here I bring you the portrait.
She has a good bearing, full lip, and it has like her with a fine face and smooth skin.
After accepting the betrothal at Mowing, the wedding took place January 6, 1540.
Your Majesty?
Come here, let me take a close look at you.
King Henry VIII had not the slightest desire for his wife. His justification was that he found his wife unattractive. From these statements arose the legend of King Henry VIII's ugliest wife.
Victoria, what a monster you have brought. She is a hideous. She bears no resemblance to painting you showed me.
But my lord, what do you mean by monster?
The princess you brought me to marry, Anne of Cleves, is hideous.
Mister, we have to do it. England is suffering the consequences of not having a future heir.
Henry tried to break his marriage engagement, but his advisors prevented him from doing so. If he did so, he would lose all alliance of the Protestant Germans, leaving England unprotected.
Your Majesty has not spoken to me since our marriage ceremony. What have I done?
I don't tell the best. From now, we are brothers. You and I are not married.
But why, my lord? Why have I deserved your sudden contempt?
You are horrible. You are the first ugly wife I ever had.
You, King Henry, are a grotesque person and inhuman.
Anne's reaction was similar to King Henry VIII. She found him too old, too overweight, plus he looked grotesque, so the attraction between them was null.
Victoria Cromwell, you have let me down with the ugly wife you had found for me.
No, my lord, understand. I did it for the good of the kingdom. Have mercy on me. Give me another chance.
You will go the guillotine.
Victoria Cromwell appears before the court to receive her sentence.
Victoria Cromwell, you are found correctly arrested a treason before King Henry VIII and the Kingdom of England.
No, please, have mercy on me.
His fifth wife, Catherine Howard. While in a dance, Henry met Catherine Howard. He couldn't help it, and soon he fell in love with her.
Hello, sweet woman. I could see you from there with that lovely smile that captured me.
It's a pleasure to meet you, said Henry with a voice that anyone will have fallen for.
Would you like to dance with me?
Yes, I will be pleased to dance with you.
They danced all night long, and after some time, Henry decided to get married shortly after divorce, although she was way younger.
Although I have more arranged, I need some your home and more romantic and more attentive to me.
I feel a little weird to my thornless rose, but I don't think something strange is happening.
I think it's time to meet someone else.
I think about the Catherine rumors that she has some romance. The best would be to execute her for Beijing on the 4th.
His sixth wife, Catherine Parr. After the execution of Catherine Howard, Henry was lonely and disappointed in the marriage until he met Catherine Parr. Immediately fell in love with her and decided to win her over.
I feel tired lately. Maybe it's she you should help me.
How can I help you?
I'm looking for a wife who takes care of me.
What will I get?
You will get the throne.
It sounds good to me.
They soon got married and spent a good life together. Catherine had a great influence on Henry, so she took advantage of what and proposed to him something.
Why do you never talk about your daughters?
I don't have a good relationship with them.
What do you think about inviting them to the palace?
I don't know. You decide.
Catherine sent for the two daughters of the king to meet and try to fix the problems between them.
Dear Maria and Isabel, it's a pleasure for me to greeting you and contacting you. You may have heard of me since I am your father's wife. I know that the relationship you have with him is almost non-existent, but nothing would please me more than to have your presence in the palace in order to iron out the road edge that exists and, if possible, give you the opportunity to be part of this family. I will send for you, hoping to meet you soon. Hugs, Catherine Parr.
The royal carriage was sent to pick up the daughters. 2 days later, Catherine, Maria, and Isabel were found together in the palace, meeting like this for the first time.
It's an honor to be here with you, Your Majesty, and to finally meet you.
Yes, it is very kind of you to receive us.
I'm glad you were able to show up. From today, the doors of this palace will always be open for you.
The three entered the palace, meeting Henry face to face.
But what surprise you have brought me there.
I think it's time for you to fix things and recognize your daughters, right?
I will do my best.
Some hours later, the four relaxed at the table to share dinner, approaching the long-awaited reconciliation between them.
Father, it is very pleasant to be able to see you and to know that you are well.
I did not think I would say this, but the pleasure is mine, daughter. It's been too so long since we last saw each other, right, Isabel?
You're right, Father. I never understood the reason for your rejection, but it fills me with joy to be here with all of you.
I think we call out just painting the good which making us starting from scratch.
I think it's perfect to know that we are all willing to leave everything behind.
At the end of the night, Catherine's plan went perfectly, thus ensuring that both Mary and Elizabeth would be part of Henry's life and even came to reign in England.